made it just in the nick of time. Just, albeit several games later and quite a few grazed chests for all of that diving training. But still, with where they currently are at, the Nationals and beating Japan seem a long way off. Quite a bit of training ahead of them, quite a few failings, growth moments, and teams that they have to overcome. And let's be honest, I kinda like Lev. Not because he is 17 feet tall. But I know something that we have been taught thoroughly, thanks to the last episode. Make sure to study well, or you may be forced into that van. We're back for another day. Is everyone going to be able to play their best? And now that we have members of our team actually back and ready, are they going to be able to equalise it out? Unfortunately, Nakama have already had a chance to get used to the rest of the team. Got to prove his worth. Not only make a name for himself, but prove that everything he was saying isn't just bluster and pipe dreams. Is it still the same deal where you got to do the dive practice after every loss? I do want to see more of the other teams that we've been kind of shown off, but not really. Like those guys. Not really had a lot of screen time or actual plays. And with them failing the tests and doing the recap and getting here, they're going to have to put in all the extra effort now. Excuse me? What has she been... I see. Well, at least she's nice and rested. Even with a bit of a hangover, maybe. Oh, he wasn't really put out by it. He seemed to be kind of enjoying that. Wow, that was actually quite good. Ah. He reached it. He noticed in time and dived for it. It is extra reach. What kind of expression is he pulling? Ha! Got a little rivalry budding, have we? Trying to predict what they're doing next. Ah, okay. And with that little bit of talk there, actually, his ability to guess and grow. Oh no, we're in for quite a bit of trouble, especially with his whip arm. They were already a relatively strong team before, but careful with those bottles. I like how it's just a little bit of background storytelling, nothing too explicit or really in the face of the joke, just she's there. But this feeling in his chest. To be able to reach the lofty heights he's aiming for. Got it. And he's a bit tunnel visioned on the ball. And of course it would be as he acting like he does at that. Everyone's really not going to let him live that one down immediately. That little bit of talk from Lev there, was that getting to him? Well, Hinata has always wanted to do better, be faster, go above. But is he going to distance the team by trying to get there? Heal. Are you sure that's wise? Flown the nest, has he? But for him to make that proclamation now, in the middle of a match, rather than in training and get used to it. He needs to grow, get better. With everything that they have to face in the future, they're all going to have to get even better. He's if what was stated before, he's getting a bit greedy in his bid to get better, always getting the touch of the ball. They're all they need to be hungry for that victory, for that future. But right now, he says with such a loving smile, It's very hard to argue. You would lose. That is a very good viewpoint. See what they've got, what they do. Can you incorporate it? Can you find ways around it? They have some... Almost. They've got some wise members amongst them. He's stuck in his ways of he'll only really do a toss that he sees as working. He wanted to take a bit of the blame himself. I mean, it's good that he has that kind of fight, but if he's not ready to receive it yet, then he's not gonna be efficient. With people in agreement with what he's saying, how is he going to take that on board? Everyone having a word in there. I mean, if they can pin it down to make it natural, you can see it in slow motion. In a moment of extreme focus, and I'm pretty sure that's not something I can visualize too well, but if it's a... He could actually take in all the extra detail and not have to block things out. If he's actually able to keep such a wide view of the top of the, at the very tip top of his jump, maybe having his eyes open would be beneficial. Oh. Right now he's not in the right frame of mind. Practice when you can. And seeing all the other teams, what they're accomplishing. Rather than just being told off for acting out. Use as a learning opportunity. That's an order. Are they going to take the bus back or go with the sister again? A loss is a loss. He was waiting for him. That's some fighting words right there. Might need a stepladder. Made some new friends, at least. But now, after Kageyama's words there to him, is there going to be a bit of a talk between them? Or a little frosty atmosphere? Oh no. Which particularly annoying relative is this? And what would happen if the old coach, what is his grandfather, came down to have a look? I can't remember. I mean, it's after hours, but as long as they're allowed, they can do some training. And eyes open. It seemed both late and he didn't jump high enough. So this is what Kageyama was talking about there. Take when you are swinging. Do it sooner. There's no balls left. Perfecting what you already know. Then you can't reach. That's what he's put his entire purpose into. I guess the urge to grow and get better, seeing it as a complete wall to himself. And though it may be correct, is it exactly what... Well, it's not in his nature to stop himself. Yeah, tensions are a little high right now. Let's all be friends. Yeah, sure, that's gonna work. His mindset right now is toying with him. He just wants a cuddle. He's so determined to hurt himself and his relationship in the team. No, he's taking it on himself. Everything is his fault because he's not strong enough, not fast enough. You're not great with words, though. Yeah, probably a good one to bring in to stop it. And the slow clack of the tyres. Well, the wheels. How are they just gonna get back and see if everything is fine in the morning? He's got a lot of self-reflection to do right now. Ah, perfect. Get some training in. Maybe an opponent they can beat. Oh, I suppose... I mean, it's not only him having to prove to himself he can get better, but do right by his partner. It seems to be raining. Well, someone's going to have to kick their butts, get them back into it before then. They were a bit at each other's throats before. A bit of tough love, maybe it's needed again. The problem is now they're too close. They revolve and rely on each other. Even on his off time, he's thinking about the team, the lofty heights of where they need to be. What if what he was saying was true? If you can take a moment at the top, what if you can actually see it? The thing is, even if he can, are his movements and actions able to make use of it? Empty theory, but if it holds wings, holds water. It's quite the perch you've got there. Oh, it's you. Not able to just let it go for a moment. If he didn't have that little talk there, but seeing over the wall, the landscape of the other side. I mean, what they are saying is true. In what they've got so far, they need to perfect what they're capable of. And if they're still mediocre, not being able to do the normal stuff isn't going to do them any favours. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon we're going to have that breakthrough that has been wished for just now, but it's always been an uphill struggle. Nothing's been given to them easily. That's not going to change anytime soon. I think when any of us take on something that we're genuinely excited about, invested in, or just generally care, then when we reach that limit of our capability and get told by others to hold back, when you see that almost insurmountable gap between where he is now and where he sees his opponents, trying to take the leap straight into some massive attack that would boost their prowess on the court massively, compared to the slow gradual gain, you can see why he's trying to take that shortcut. In any sports, there's going to be tensions flaring, emotions running high. Fights amongst team members is not uncommon. Especially when you've got feelings of inadequacy, wanting to keep up with everything else, rather than being able to verbalise anything well. You'll show up in moments like this, moments of despair where you lash out. But at the same point, you actually got some words across. Good thing you didn't need to be put on suspension or anything. You're barred out of the gym for a week. But with people urging him to calm down, hold back a bit, his drive to continue ever onwards and go forward is respectable. Not backing down when so many are against you, both a blessing and a curse. So I think, other than understanding why they're hesitant on letting him proceed down this path, when things seem so out of reach for his current, not only abilities, but mental state. Maybe they could go about it a different way. If he is struggling to keep his eye on the ball while trying to do the whoosh, then maybe start on some smaller practice, get him used to it, ease him in. But much like the, pinch server? Small skills, if mastered, would be a huge boost to the team. Would like to see them be able to pull it out and surprise them all, but I do hope his willingness to go even further and his ego don't, as was feared, pull the team itself apart. And though we've been following his journey for so long, is it really the right course of action for all of them? We'll find out what they do in the next episode. Everything's a bit on edge at the minute. Although the whole slow motion dealio is a little interesting. We'll have to see where that goes. But if you like this one, leave me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. If you want to do a little bit extra, consider sharing it with friends, family, strangers on the bus. For now, get yourselves a bit of rest. See you in the next one. If I had the will to go above and beyond, would you put me down or encourage me to struggle on? All I really know is that thanks to each and every one of my patrons, I get to watch more anime, so I guess I must be doing pretty well. And with that, I need to thank Electric Ant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sal, Arthea, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Croyville, Gintman, William Welch, Dark Shadow 7899, Mega 42, Jeremiah Tima, Finesse Kid, and everyone else. The only issue being, I can't actually see over the top.